everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Lizzie and I post a lot of beauty related content here on my channel. Now today we are doing another in-depth collection video. We are going to delve into my second drawer of like my big massive unit, and this houses Revolution. It's just a lot of Revolution. The previous drawer up here was Revolution, this is Revolution, the next week is going to be Revolution, so we've got Revolution galore going on at the moment. And firstly we have all my Forever Flawless palettes in this section, and we're going to show the big one. This is the like Forever Limitless Allure palette. Look at that, it's crazy, isn't it? A nice like neutral semi-berry kind of palette with 3 highlights in the middle. I haven't reviewed this, but I'm very desperate to. I've just got so much to review. Then we have the Namaste palette, which is a very, I've reviewed this and I love this palette. Then we have the Flamboyance palette, which looks like this. It's going to be really hard because of the lights, it's going to be really reflective, but there we go. We are Love Parrot palette. Love the look of this one. Oh, this was last year's Halloween one, so this is the Haunted House one. I really love the packaging of these, like on the top of it. I'm not into the actual tin packaging, but I absolutely adore like the photo on the front. So this is the Rainbow palette. Again, this was another Halloween one. Then we have Utopia. There's a few I'm missing. I think I'm missing like Fire and Ice. And these are so bloody hard to open sometimes. They do bend down around like this. We've got the Chilled palette. I've used this, and I've actually used this on a colleague at work's eyes, and it's really, really nice. Then we have the Decadent palette. This looks incredible. Oh, and look how many mattes are in this one. This just looks gorgeous, and the pigment in these palettes is really nice. Can you just see that? Then we've got the Unconditional Love one. This is beautiful, and this is what it looks like. Again, let's just swatch some of these. Right, look at that. That purple is calling my name. This one's the Constellation one. Look how beautiful it is. Again, and the names as well in these palettes, like Jupiter, Venus, they're just very pigmented and vibrant. Oh, I'm gonna drop everything. The Birds of Paradise. I've done a tutorial using this palette and I absolutely love this palette. I've actually used it a few times in summer without it being on my actual channel, if that makes sense. Then we have Showstopper. This is calling my name. Oh, that was not that pigmented. You always get some duds with Revolution, and that was just a dud. That one makes up for it. And lastly, on this side we have Optimum. I have a couple more on this side. And that is what it looks like. If you hear shouting in the background in any of my videos ever, it is my brother because he's playing his PS5. Then we get into these sparkly looking Revolution palettes. So these are the Precious Stone ones. This is Amethyst right here. Look how gorgeous that is. And if you ever want me to do a video, please let me know. You really have to swatch a few times. Then we have Rose Quartz. A bit of me, isn't it? Then we have Emerald. Absolutely gorgeous. And I do have 2 of these palettes because I got one of these off a colleague at work for Secret Santa. This is the Ruby palette. She literally looked high and low for a palette for me and hoped I didn't have it. Sadly I did, but I will never get rid of it just because of the story behind it. So I don't actually need to show you the second one, but yes, I have 2 and I will never get rid of it. Then last but not least we have Diamond. Oh, this colour is calling my name. Look at it. Then we've we've got a few of these palettes. Now these are the Jewel Collection palettes. So the first one is in this packaging, this kind of colour here, and this is called Deluxe. I used one of these in a video and it definitely wasn't this one. Look how stunning that is. And lastly we have Gilded. Maybe I used this one. Okay, you can't see that I have, but I have used this one. I absolutely love it. Look at this gold. Then I have these, I want to call them, I don't know what these are called to be fair, but this came out in Christmas, not last year, the year before, so that was what, 2019. And then this is where there was that whole issue with the highlighter and Mani MUA. This is called Glass Mirror. These are gorgeous, I must admit. I think I've used this one in the video. Yes, that is the one I used. And you get to see a lot of crap in my background. Then we've got these sparkly palettes. Now these are very old. These are, I want to say 2018, 2017. These were Christmas ones. These were the Life on the Dance Floor. So the gold one, which is upside down, is called VIP. I used this one in a video. Absolutely stunning. This one, this silver one, After Party, I used in a video and I feel like, oh, this one went viral. Not viral. This one had like plenty of views. Like it was one of my most viewed video for a very long time. And then we've got Guest List, which I think I used all of these in videos, you know. Or I did swatching pictures. And this is the black one. 3 of the colour books. So I have number 4, which is like more of the purplish one. I've used one of these colour books in a video. These, I think, what's his name? There's a celebrity makeup artist, or he's just a skincare, I can't remember his name, but he raves about these. And you've got like one side matte and one side shimmer. They are absolutely gorgeous. And then O2 is, I feel like cool toned. I don't know, maybe warm tone then. From the picture on the front, it looked cool toned, but here it actually looks warm toned. Let me just put that right in the middle so it's easy to see. Again, you got the shimmers and then the mattes. And then lastly, you have O3. Like, look at that. And lastly, at the back, we have 4 of my Revolution Pro palettes. So everything's going to start to slide. We have Gold Mine here, which is gorgeous. Oh, this one is really nice. This one is called Unleashed. That is a bit of me. It's very berry toned and purpley looking. And then we have Bronze Age. This is gorgeous. I haven't actually used these in videos, so if you ever want me to use these, I say let me know. This is the year of me really delving into my collection more. So yes, this last one is legendary. Now we're into this second row. So we have a few more Forever Flawless palettes, and this is the Allure one. They've really gone in with their Allure range. I haven't got the minis in here, I don't think, because they're in my monthly buys. This is the Enchanted one. You see the skulls imprinted. Oh no, these were last year's Halloween, not the ones I previously said. This is Midnight Rose. Can you see the adorable rose on this palette? And then look at that. Affinity. That is a really gorgeous one. Then down here we have a lot of the Revolution Pro palettes. Didn't realise there were so many. This is the Bronze and Glow. These are like baked shadows. These I haven't actually reviewed. I don't think so, but they are like stunning. Then we have the Nude on Nude palette. Look at that packaging. Look at that shade. Can you see that shade in the corner there? We've got to swatch it. Why am I always going for the corner shades to swatch? Then we have Smoke and Mirrors, again with the name sheet. But look at that. They really do catch the light. Got Night and Day. Gorgeous. It's like fake leather. I'm hoping it's fake. It better be fake. Then we have Earth and Stone. This is the Earth and Stone palette. Look at this. These corner shades are just calling my name. Do you see that? And we've got Truth or Dare. I've actually got the box for this. I could probably get rid of. Look at that. They're just stunning. And then we've got Rock and Royal. I'm sorry, but makeup just makes me very, very happy. We've got like the, I want to call these the new neutral range. These palettes here from Revolution Pro. These are really, really lovely. Like, look at that. The packaging is gorgeous. This one actually just says new neutral on it. And I think this was the original one. And then they went on to create more. Just look at that. And I've definitely done a video on this one. And this one, the 24K gold one. I love this palette. And I actually love this base colour here. Then we've got the All That Glistens. This is like more of the springy type one. But look at that red. This one looks amazing. Look at the packaging. That one is called, well, this one is called Passion. It's gorgeous, isn't it? I think I've actually used this one as well. Then we've got the Smoked palette. Look at that. I actually need to use this palette, but I actually properly opened this. Look at it. The last new neutral is the Blushed palette. I just love the leopard print ones. The packaging. Look at that. Now we're on to little palettes back here. These are just normal Revolution palettes. So we've got the Beautiful Darkness palette. This is a Halloween palette again. Look at the colour on that. Then we've got Under Your Spell. This is just a full-on shimmer palette. Or this palette looks gorgeous. This is Nude is the New Nude. I think this is this an Obsession palette? Yes, it is, you know. It's Makeup Obsession. And another Makeup Obsession, which is Sweet Like, obviously cherry. I just love the packaging on these palettes. This is it right there. And then we've got the London's Calling palette. I really love these London palettes, not because I come from London, because they are always just gorgeous. Like, look at it. They've always got earthly tones in there, which I don't know why people always assume London is more an earthly tone kind of palette vibe, because I don't think in London people are that, I don't know, it's just not something that I assume. That is gorgeous. Then we have some more Obsession palettes here. These are like their normal kind of range. So we've got Golden Honey, and I have reviewed this and I absolutely love that palette. We've got Life is a Party. This was part of the Feels collection. All last year I had the Feels collection in my drawer to do a video on and never got round to it. And I feel like it's just a bit too late now. This is Neon's In the Neon Jungle. That is really nice. Then we got So Dope. Love the name of some of these palettes. This does look really nice. I do love a good green palette. Don't know why, but I just love green on my eyes. This is LA Dreams. And an Annoying Motorbike Downstairs. Then we've got Crystal Waves. I have done a review on this palette. I absolutely love it. This is when I was starting to get into colour in the summer last year. This is Kisses. I did a tutorial on this on Valentine's, well, around Valentine's last year, 2020, not 2019, right at the beginning. So nearly a year old. Then we've got the So Lit highlight palette. I just left it in here, to be fair. And soon I will have more space to separate things out a little bit more. Then we've got Love Is My Drug. This is nearly 2 years old. I think this was the year before. These palettes are so underrated. They're really good. We've got some more back here. So we've got a contour and highlight, no, just a contour palette, which is Faux Shade. That motorbike needs to pee off. Oh no, that palette wasn't part of the Feels collection. This is part of the Feels collection, obviously. So this is the highlight palette with a bit of bronzer in there. I say that's more contour and these are more bronzers. Then we've got the Feels Shadow palette, which is more of the pinkier one. It's just a nice neutral palette. Should we swatch? This shade, you can obviously see that I've swatched. Oh, it's not coming out the best. Oh, it looks divine. Then here we've got some more. So we've got the Stun palette. Can you see the mess I've created? These came out just 2020 basically. Nice pink palette. Then we got basic, and you know basic palettes are very me. I love these £9 palettes. They're just really nice. Then we've got the Spiritual Star. This is their newest collection, and I have to do a video on it because this is just bumpy and very like 80s vibe to me. Then we've got Daydreamer, which is a new one. I just love the packaging. It's like a pinkier, neutrally toned one. We've got After Dark. This one came out last year, so 2020. Not as smoky as you thought it would be, but it is a nice one. It's more earthly toned in my eyes. And then this is one of their Euphoric Foils House of Fun palettes, so very glittery. And this is a pressed glitter palette. Now, I've actually not heard great things about this palette, so it's really put me off using it. Ooh, I've never swatched it. That is oh, let me try swatching. Okay, I'm sorry, but this is, okay, we've got a dud shade, this one here in the corner. It's not coming out as vibrant as the rest, but look. You can see why it's got a dud shade here again, so they're a bit hit and miss, aren't they? Moving on over to this section, the other half of my drawer, we have some of my free palettes. So this was last year's free gift. This is keeping it fierce. Absolutely gorgeous. Then we have, I think this is a couple years old. This is You Are the Revolution. I think this was for their 1 million. No, it weren't. Maybe, I don't know. I don't tend to use these because they literally, once they're sold, they're sold. Then at the front here, we've got a couple of Revolution Pro you would have seen last year. So this top one is Intoxicate, and then this one is Bewitch. Then we've got my mini Forever Flawless range. I have more, but they are due to be tested by me, so they're not in here. So this is Serenity. This is more of the neutral palette, which is stunning. Then we have the Ebony palette. Again, stunning. This is Tranquil. This is what it looks like. It's a nice blue toned one. So this is a purple one in the shade Mesmerized. Again, don't like tin packaging, but love pigmentation of these palettes. And then we've got the green one, which is in Everlasting. The pink one, which is Ambient. This rose gold looking one, which is Eternal. I love the packaging, like the colour, not the packaging. And again, this is like a nice neutral one, but it's only got 2 mattes in there, which is annoying. And then the red one is not Ruby, Dynasty. And I think that was the one I actually used. Then we've got 2 of these quads here. Now these should be with this range over here. However, has that wire been there the whole time? Sorry, let me move it. This wire really does irritate me. Like I was saying, these 2 should be over here, but they're new and I haven't tested them. So this is Champagne Crystal. These are absolutely stunning. Revolution Pro, I like XX Revolution, I love them. And then we've got the shade Pink Topaz. This looks like it's going to be a favourite for me. We have these 2 here. So these are face palettes in the same range, but I kept them together because I know I want to test them together. So they came out with 4, and I think I bought 2. Well, I know I bought 2. So this is Rose. My camera died, so I was showing you this Crystal Luxe Rose Fresco palette. It looks so gorgeous, and I don't want to swatch these until the video. Then we have the Peach Royale palette. So this is what it looks like. I'm hoping the camera picks up the glitter of it. Really nice. I do want to get the rest of them if they're any good. And then we've got the bigger palette in Adorned, which I have done a video on. Absolutely love this palette. The only downside is how bloody heavy it is, but it is gorgeous. Just look at that. It's absolutely gorgeous. These 4 little palettes that you would have seen in my Vlogmas, I actually reviewed all of these. These are from that little gift set for £12. These are really lovely. You've got like light, medium, olive and dark. They're just gorgeous. I've got another unicorn palette, I think. Yeah, I think this is a double I've got. And that was an I Heart Revolution palette. Then we've got eyeshadow compact in Opulence. Still haven't used this, but you know I'm a collector, so don't come at me. Then we've got Hidden Jewels. So this is the Revolution Pro range. These are just stunning. I love the packaging on these. This is like the more purplish one. This one is Ocean Treasure. Look at the blues in there. Then we've got Wild Onyx. This one feels quite light compared to the rest, but then I realised this isn't jeweled like the rest of them are. This one's more like grey cool tones. This is Quartz Crush. Again, absolutely gorgeous. This one is Diamonds and Pearls. Nice neutral quad. I love quads. Quads make your life easier. And then lastly, we have So Jaded. This is the green palette. This is absolutely stunning. And then this is from their Christmas range, but I do not know the name of this palette, but it is really nice because I got rid of the box on that one. So yeah, I did have another unicorn because here they are. So you got like mermaid, you got dragon, you've got angel, you've got unicorn, and then back here we've got some more palettes. So this is an oldie. This is a Makeup Obsession palette that I made a good few years ago. I never used it, but it's absolutely lovely. And we've got an old Revolution palette here. They don't make them like this anymore. This is Iconic Smoky. Oh, it is nice. Pigmentation of these is just not as good, but obviously they're very old, that's why. Then this was from that Christmas range that just came out. So this is the Megastar Diamond Edition. I did review this collection. I wanted to do a round 2. If you still want a round 2, please let me know. And then we've got the Crystal Luxe palette. They love using the word Crystal Luxe, don't they? We have an I Heart Revolution. So look at this. It's like a book. Really is lovely. Never got round to using these, but I think Halloween of 2021 I'm going to use all their Halloween stuff. And this is the Curses and Hexes palette. Then we've got these palettes. Do you remember these? These were the mini I Heart Revolution. So they open from here, and that was Mermaid Heart. Now if you want to see reviews on these, I know that Mortifae Beth has reviewed these. Some of them, not all. Oh well, she could have done all. This is Dragon's Heart. Back in the day I think these were like £6. And then we've got Angel Heart, and lastly we have Unicorn Heart. They used to bring out a whole range for these. So we're getting on to the last row over here. So we've got my mini Makeup Obsession palettes. Do you remember these? So this is Sweet Like Candy. If it sounds like I sound different, I've got to shoot up my nose because my nose won't stop running. And I'm not ill. Ocean Blues. But apparently I have allergies. Allergies to what, you may ask? I don't know. I keep getting told this because the month of January, February, March, I've always got a runny nose. This is Pretty in Pink. This is gorgeous. Then we've got Squeeze Me. I just love how tiny these are. These were like £5. Then you've got Sunshine Makes Me Happy. Keep It Fresh. And then their newer ones, so Feeling Spicy. This is such a gorgeous palette, and I have used that one. They're so light. Then you've got Smoking. I really want Colourpop Blowing Smoke palette. Like, need that. I can't wait for it to come back into stock. Then I have the I Heart Revolution Heartbreaker palettes. Now this is flourish, fiery, a word that I never could say properly, flamboyant. Oh, I said it. Well done, Liz. Daydream, a nice little blue one. I do love little palettes. They are absolutely just easy to use. As long as they've got enough mattes in there, they're proper nice. Then we've got Lucky. This one is Majestic. Now this is nice because the packaging is a bit more pink and dusky, and I absolutely love that kind of packaging. Then we've got a purple one in Mystical. So these are more of the newer ones that they came out with. Oh my god, I literally started to sound like I've got helium. This is gonna really annoy me. Then we've got Sweetheart. Lastly is Courage, because the other two came in a Christmas set. So Cherish. You can really tell that they upped their packaging and then they kind of went back to like teenagery packaging where they did the best friend gift set, and then you've got Love. Then we've got the Neon collection over here. So this is Party Vibes. Not a Dream is more of the orange one. Electric Dreams, so the yellow one. Called Up All Night, which I will be if my nose carries on. Okay, then we've got these, do you remember these shaker ones? So let me just give it a good old shake. So this one is in the shade One True Love. Then we've got the purple one in Fortune Seeker. Then we've got the green one in Starry Eye, which is literally pure shimmer except for one matte cream at the bottom. And we've got the Christmas ones. I've got to show you a bit more down here. So we've got like the Snowflake one, and it's probably called, yep, Snowflake. These were called Snow Globes. I have done a video on the Penguin one, I think. Yes, this is the one I did the video on. And lastly, we have Arctic. I do love the packaging on Arctic. That is gorgeous. We've got our last few palettes before we finish. So we have these very old palettes. So this is the Salvation palette. These ones my dad actually bought me when we just randomly went shopping one day. My dad's so nice. Like for my birthday, he would just take me out makeup shopping. He'll even open them and say, have you got this, or this is nice, or you should get this one or not that one. So this is Iconic Pro. My parents actually really helped my passion. This is New Neutrals versus Neutrals, if you remember that one. Then we have Iconic Pro 1. Then we have some of these type of palettes, a little bit bigger. So this is Flawless 4. Remember when they used to have tiny circle pans? I remember when I shot a few videos like that with these ones. And this is Mermaids Forever. This is a palette I did use. The last thing in this drawer is the first ever video that Revolution actually reposted of mine, was using this glow palette, and I was bloody happy. This glow palette is absolutely stunning. Look at it. It is gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. I love this palette. And that's it, guys. That completes my Revolution part 2 collection video, because Lord knows I think I've got one more drawer and then their highlighter drawer, so you'll have like a couple more Revolution ones. But yeah, that is finished, and I will see you next time. Bye guys.